Absolutely.
I've got more good news.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got more good news. I talked with BlinG, and he's coming here to our Skype chat to chat with us and with the fans.
Nice. So we've got Dignitas's BlinG going to be joining the call here momentarily. Stay tuned for that. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, the show's not over. I mean, like I said, like Forrester said, we got BlinG on his way on the Skype call. We've also got to ask him whether he wants people to, whether he wants to take the money and run, or if he wants to continue on to the next week, or if he wants you guys, the community, to choose if he stays or goes. Now, there's $100 on the line right now for BlinG as he has successfully taken that $100 with this win as it went down to that ace match. So let's go ahead and welcome Dignitas's BlinG.
Hello.
Welcome to IMBAtv, sir. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm a little tired, but happy with the win, obviously.
Well, obviously, absolutely. Now, what were some of your thoughts earlier into this? I mean, okay, let's talk about that first game. Actually, let's bring up the first game. What was your idea with the, with the fleet beacon, with going into the mothership? Was it a mothership all-in that you were trying to accomplish there?
Yeah, basically, I was going into the series pretty confident. And obviously it's a show match, so I thought, what the hell, it's game one. Why not show the viewers a bit of an entertaining game, and went for a mothership rush, but obviously it failed. And yeah, it went a bit downhill after that.
It seemed like Goody was all ready for that once he saw what you were going for. I mean, he sent in that first scout, saw the starport, saw the Stargate, and then threw down his own starport, and got all ready to go, and then went in, and yeah, he did do pretty good damage there. Now, I got to ask you, I mean, you said you were going into this series confident. May I ask why you were so confident with going against a heavy hitter like Goody?
Usually my PVT's pretty good, but his style is, I didn't think he'd played like kind of the way he did. It was really unusual for me. In the second game, I made a really big mistake. My hotkeys messed up and I lost my High Templars, which is fair enough. But the other games, his openings were kind of strange, and I don't know, I wasn't really used to kind of playing against that kind of style, so it caught me off guard a bit. But yeah, I don't know, I've always been kind of confident in my PVT, so that's the main reason. It wasn't just because it was Goody. I know that he's switched up to Bio now. He used to play mech, so he hasn't had too much experience, I guess, with his kind of new Bio play. But yeah, just in general, I felt confident.
Well, you know, he, like you mentioned, I mean, he is starting to transition into that, bio play since winter, when we did hear that interview from him. So it seems to be evolving, though, and do you think he's on the right path with getting the PVT underway?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he likes to drop a lot. I didn't realize he liked to drop as much as he did, and that kind of took me off guard a little bit as well. And the drops that he did a lot of damage, so he's definitely playing the matchup right, and he was a lot stronger than what I thought, so yeah, well done to him for doing so well, I guess, because I really thought I was going to get defeated 4-0 at one point, so yeah, he's definitely doing the right thing.
It was looking a little bit scary for you there, but I'll bet Dignitas is all stoked and happy that you were able to take that last ace match and bring up a tie. It was a fantastic series of games, and they were all, pretty quickly matched. There's no big macro battles that happened, do you feel that you need, against someone like Goody, you need to play more aggressively early into the game?
Well, to be honest, I'm usually really confident with my macro, but he just has such strong timings. Like, on his 2 base, he always hits like really, really nice timings, and I was actually, like, I wasn't confident for trying to play a macro game, and that's kind of strange for me, because usually that's what I want to do. So, yeah, I felt I needed to be more aggressive to kind of win. In Crevasse, I got quite lucky because I saw his gas first, and I could kind of open with my Phoenix and play quite aggressively there. So yeah, I think that's the way forward to play against Goody for sure.
Right on, man. Well, Forrester, he's got a couple of questions for you, so Forrester, I leave it open to you.
Yeah, how you doing, BlinG? An amazing job today. We're getting a whole bunch of comments in the chat. I'll read some. people are saying, giving credit to your sentry play and whatnot. And Mr. Emon is asking, BlinG, what are your plans in future times, like MLG and other overseas events? Do you have any thought towards that? What is your thought about it?
Yeah, I'm staying in France right now in the Millennium House, and I'm just going to train here for the next month, and then I'm going to go to Assembly, and then look to go to some MLGs after that, which I'm really looking forward to. It'll be a lot of fun.
Amazing, and we got people commendating your sportsmanship and gamesmanship, and people feeling overall that they did a fantastic job today. Recovering from that early deficit from you to Goody. Trying to figure out what more questions are there. They're asking if you gave your sentries drugs. That's apparently not the fact.
Well, I do want to comment on that. The sentry play in the ace match was freaking phenomenal, man. I mean, you were blocking his stutter step, you were blocking his exit path. You did a great job at actually blocking off that ramp. And would you say, there's people, combating back and forth about the Forge Fast expand, if it's good, if it's not good. Do you think the Sentry expand is a little bit more confident to lay down than something like the Forge Fast expand?
Well, obviously against Terran, Forge expand isn't really, well, it's non-existent, to be honest.
Right.
But Sentries, it just gives you a lot of security, I guess. Maybe not on Bellshire Beach because the ramp going into your natural is very wide, so you've got to be really careful with that. Luckily for me, I saw with my probe what he was doing, so I could kind of prepare for that. But yeah, I mean, force fields are really strong, especially in defending early pushes like he did. So I think it's a good build, and I'm confident with it, and I think it's one of the safer ones out there. So yeah, I think it's kind of the way to go.
All right, cool. So Addicted, you got a question about this King of the Hill series. Why don't you go ahead and lay that out there?
Oh yeah, since the King of the Hill is a 4-week event, every time we have to ask the winner the same question as we have to ask you, BlinG. So you have two options now, man. Since you're the winner out of the battle that we just saw, you can either take $100 and leave the tournament, and put your toe between your legs and run, or you can be a true fighter and stay on the next week and face the top voted player from the fans and then fight for double the money. I mean,
also
that's what I can say.
You can also you can also choose to have the fans decide that for you.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's let the fans decide.
Let the fans decide. Very awesome, man. The community, you guys are what talks, and you know what? We're not going to see any bull crap walks, so let's go ahead and get that going down. 1 for BlinG to take the money and run, or 2 for BlinG to stay and compete next week. Let us know what you want out there in the chat. We're gonna be running through those and seeing what you guys think. 1 for run, 2 for the bet.
While the voting is going on, how is the Millennium House, man? I mean, I've seen some pics. It looks pretty big and pretty epic. And how's the training with Team Millennium? How's that working out for you?
Yeah, it's really good. I'm enjoying it here. It's the first time I've kind of stayed away from home, so it's kind of hard, I guess, a little bit at the minute. But yeah, I'm enjoying the practice. It's really good to kind of live and breathe StarCraft. It's what I want, and it's what I need to improve. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Well, let's go ahead and move this to the chat here. I gotta say, there's a huge amount of votes out there, and they're all looking like 2s. There's a few 1s, but mainly 2s. It looks like you're going to be here next week to compete against another community voted member for $200.
Okay, thank you.
So keep that in mind. Next Thursday will be that show match series. The poll will be up here in the next half an hour, Addicted?
Yeah,
okay, so
less than that probably.
The next half hour. So keep an eye on the Facebook, keep an eye on BlinG's Twitter account, as well as keep an eye on IMBATV's Twitter. We will update you guys when the polls are live for you to bet and vote on who you want to see fight against BlinG in week number 2. Now, I got to ask you this, BlinG. You got any shout-outs? You got any people you want to give any shout-outs to? Anything you want to say here?
Yeah, just the Team Dignitas and obviously Team Millennium for letting me stay in the house, and yeah, just thanks to everyone who's supporting me. Hopefully I can gain some more fans with this King of the Hill tournament, and thanks to IMBAtv for obviously hosting it.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate it, and a big shout out there to all the Dignitas players. I don't know if you know this, man, but Dignitas is one of my favorite teams out there. You guys got show, and I'm definitely a show fanboy. You know, I can't wait to see you playing in the MLGs and everything like that. I'm looking forward to seeing where you're going to be going this year, as this is 2012 is the death of regular sports and the rise of esports. Well, that's my opinion. Anyway.
Definitely.
So, Fire Silver, what's up?
I have to ask you some behalf because of my own curiosity and also the amount of people that said it in chat. Over the past few months, there's been huge discussions about Broodlord Infester. Now, you probably don't want to talk about this subject, BlinG. I'm going to throw you in there anyway. Broodlord Infester. Do you hate him? And what do you think about it? Because it's a very touchy subject.
Obviously, it's really strong. It kind of depends how you play it. I mean, I play against it a lot on the ladder, and I kind of win most of the time. But when you play against players like Stefano, who really know how to control their units and really know, like, kind of how to use them to their fullest, it's the worst thing in the world. I hate playing against it. So I kind of got mixed opinions about it. I think it's really strong once you get to a critical mass, but if you can kind of stop them from getting that number, I think it's okay.
Nice. It seems like the never-ending discussion. We'll have to, like, Heart of the Swarm decide whether that will be put to its grave or continue. But yeah, man, once again, congrats on the win. It seems like only yesterday you were playing Craft Cups. And we were casting your games. It's come a long way. And when you're playing, I've forgotten the name of the event, the Home Story Cup. It's like, I believe that was one of your first big events, wasn't it? And you actually surprised a lot of people, and Mr. Bit was backing you 110% through that, along with Nurture. So, congrats, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, and one last question before we end the show here today. BlinG, do you have any advice for any of the Protoss out there in the PvT or in any matchup indeed? I mean, do you have any big advice for people to start to grow in their play styles, and maybe we can see some new players come of it?
It's hard to say. It all depends on the Terran's kind of play style. I mean, I think to kind of grow and learn, it's best to just play safe and kind of standard and just learn to adapt to what the Terran's doing. And overall, yeah, just kind of just learn the game in general. I mean, obviously it goes from Colossus to High Templar and then all that kind of tech. So that's the overall goal where you want to be towards the kind of end stages of the game. So yeah, just kind of work your way to that in the safest way possible.
Very cool, man. Thank you so much, BlinG, for being here to compete and you know, getting those votes out there. And I can't wait to see you compete next week. And it's up to the fans, it's up to the community to decide who is going to be fighting against BlinG. One more thank you, and I think that's about it. Why don't we go ahead and say goodbye, guys? I think that's the end of the show.
What a series.
See you later.
Hope you all enjoyed it, and yeah, tune in next time. See ya!
See you next time.
Absolutely. See you later, guys.